Was the wedding, Robin?
Uh-oh. Oh, she's...
You're shocked?
I know, I'm sorry.
What's up, y'all? It's Brian Keith, and I'm back with another video. Today, we'll be talking about the Real Housewives of Potomac, episode 10 of season 7. And yeah, I'm not in my normal setting just because, you know, I'm out of town looking for apartments, this, that, and the third. But y'all, nonetheless, like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
Yeah, let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flaming lips. You wanna play with me? You can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, wanted, securing the bag.
So, this episode was what was called mending. It's like mending fences or something like that. But you could definitely tell that after that trip, I don't know if production got in everybody's ears or what, but you can just tell that everybody is shifting gears. Even when you look at next episode, I'm gonna get to it, but everybody's just shifting gears on the drama that's going on. How people are trying to mend fences, trying to get on good accords, and it's just kind of funny. And you know, Giselle has really taken a backseat after after episode 1, 2, and 3. She's definitely taken a backseat and let everybody else shine, i.e. Robin. So, and before I'm gonna get into the episode, I want to say that, you know, I like Robin. I really did like Robin throughout the whole 7 seasons. I felt like from the first 2 seasons we learned a lot about Robin and her finances and her woes and me's. But I feel like now I'm starting to see Robin in different lights, as you can say. I'm not against Robin, but I feel like she has handled certain situations very untactful. I just feel like she can learn how to not need a group and not need Giselle, because I feel like Robin feeds off of, okay, y'all, let's go to this person and let's have this issue. Because like I said in the episode, she could have easily went to Candiace when she was in Miami and say like, yo, who you talking about? Are you talking about me or you talking about her? Like, what's the situation? But she didn't do that. So I feel like with Robin, maybe she can work on that. But so far, I'm not gonna say Robin has been irritating me this season. But I'm not mad that she's in the mix. I'm like, you know what? Earn your check, because next season you really gonna earn your check. Okay. But to each his own. Let's get into it. So Robin and Giselle are at the house basically doing another episode of Reasonably Shady. They're talking about, oh, you know, we want this award, we want this, we want that, we're doing this, that. So they're doing all this stuff, and they basically talk about they're going to have live tours now since, you know, they are doing so good within their podcast. So, you know, congratulations to them. I've listened to a little bit of their episode. It's not enough to really hold me. They basically talk about how Wendy and Robin had their drunk moment. And Robin's like, yeah, Wendy was being fake. She came over all over me talking about I love you and this and that and third. But Robin, you accepted the apology, you danced with her, you kikied with her, you hugged her. So for you just to say that Wendy was fake, if Wendy was fake in that moment, you were too. So it's a double standard when it comes to Wendy. And I feel like when Robin gets with Giselle and they over here kiki, Robin's whole personality change and does a 360 every time. Robin is just like the type of girl where she's just like, well, you know, by herself. I feel like how Robin explained Wendy at the end of the episode when he's like, oh, I like Wendy when she's by herself. I'll take this girl. I feel like that's how it is with Robin. If Giselle was not on this season, I really want to see how Robin would fare, because I feel like Robin would be a totally different girl if Giselle was not in the mix, as we've seen in a lot of these scenes in this episode. Then they talk about Candiace, how they had, you know, their little fight, and you know, we all saw that because the producer, i.e. Ashley, had her phone out, and Robin just like, yeah, you know, Candiace just went off and she does not agree with what I did, bring the speaker, but you're over here talking about everybody, so everybody should know. And Giselle's basically trying to say, well, I don't know why she's mad. She was the one talking about us. She was the one talking about everybody. So why is she mad? We just letting everybody know. And I see why Giselle's over here trying to pump fake it. So cool. But with Robin, like, you're even saying in this episode, oh yeah, you know, I look at Candiace like a little sister. I love Candiace, this and that. I'm so hurt by Candiace. So if she was your close friend, how y'all are saying y'all are close friends, like, you know, I haven't seen it like that from the other seasons, but how y'all saying y'all close friends, I mean, Robin, you really took you one time just to throw her under the bus, and that quick. So, I mean, maybe it was because of a show, who knows, but I mean, I wouldn't want a friend like that that's going to throw me on the bus after one inconvenience. So, who knows? So Karen meets with Matt. He comes over to the house. They pop a bottle of champagne. They're talking about how Karen is announcing her tour, A Night with Karen Huger. And it's like a variety show. They're gonna have like drag queens. They're gonna have like Q&As. They're gonna have audience participation. And with Karen, let's call it a spade. Like, it is kind of messy because I guess 2 months before you announced this now, you heard Giselle and Robin talk about they're going on tour. But now it's just like, oh, you know what, let me go on tour. And you know, Karen's doing her YouTubes reviewing the episodes, which I think that's a really good idea. But with Karen, I'm just like, this is just becoming too convenient. Because with the whole Wendy situation, whereas Wendy had her candles, then you announced your candles. And now Robin and Giselle are doing the Reasonably Shady on tour. Now you're doing your tour thing. So it just kind of too much of a coincidence. So maybe she is doing it because, you know, of the show, and just like, you know, let's start a little bit of drama and just like make some money off of it too. I'm not mad at it, but I'm just like, Karen, you're definitely doing stuff that is questionable. So Robin's waiting at the bar, and she's waiting for Candiace, and you know, Candiace walks in with her little outfit, looking really cute, just pumping it through. And you know, they sit down, give her a hug, and we find out that Robin's close friends, family members had a tragic loss.
I know.
She just recently lost her sister and brother-in-law in a tragic car accident.
You know, it's really hard for that family, and that subsequently hurts Robin as well because that's her dear friend. So it's just really, it's a bonding moment for Candiace and Robin. Like, you really haven't seen Robin. I wouldn't say you haven't seen a lot of emotion from Robin, because we've seen a lot of anger emotion from Robin, but we haven't seen a lot of like softer emotion. So, you know, it's sad to see that Robin's going through that, and Candiace there to console her. And then they basically get into like, what's the issue? And then like Candiace just like, you know, I looked at you like a sister, and you know, she gets the napkin, she starts crying. I looked at you like this, and you know, you're the one girl in this group that I thought we were going to be cool. And Robin was just like, yeah, I look at you like a little sister too, but you mean that live, and I just want to know, who are you talking about? Mind you, that just goes to show, because I've seen the live, so it goes to show that Robin didn't watch the whole live. Two, she just jumped on a situation when they're all staying in the same house, so she could have easily asked Candiace, but she didn't. She ran to Giselle, and Giselle put a battery in her back, and she got the Bluetooth and tried to blast Candiace. For them to mend fences in this moment, I think is weird on Candiace's part, because Candiace, we already know, like, I'm trying to figure out, why are you surprised that these girls aren't loyal and they're going to turn on you every time? We're making a show, and you're the easiest target, right? So for Candiace, it's just like, I love Candiace, and I like Candiace as a person and her character on the show. But with Candiace, I just feel like sometimes you can't be that gullible. Like, she literally showed you that at the first inconvenience that I feel like you're coming for me, I'm going to come for you in front of the whole group. And Candiace, things she's been saying for at least like the last seasons, the last two, this season and last season, she's been saying, if you have an issue with me, just come to me. But nobody gives her that grace to just come to her and just say, hey, Candiace, here's my issue, da 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 da. Giselle did, but Giselle was being messy
As hell.
So it's just a weird thing, because I don't know, it's hard to really trust someone's motive after they do something in front of a whole group like that, trying to humiliate you and put you on Front Street. And by doing that, saying all the girls, it would instigate a gang up on Candiace. So for Candiace to just you know, mend things so freely, it's I don't know. Like I said, I feel like there's a shift going on right now, because next episode they're about to go after Jacqueline and Mia. So I feel like the producers probably was just like, look, we're done with this. We're done with this conversation. Go ahead, end it, mend your relationship, and call it a day. We need to go to the next. So maybe that's what it was, but who knows. So Ashley goes over to Uncle Lump and his wife, and you know, she basically brought Dylan. She brought Dylan. She was like, yeah, you know, Dean's with Michael, because he wants to spend time with Michael, and you know, there's a lot of drama going on.
Dean's been saying stop when we're yelling.
Not good.
The well-being of these two kids.
We've been arguing, we've been yelling, and you know, Ashley started breaking down because she doesn't want to be by herself, and she don't know how she would basically fare raising two young boys by herself. And she's just like, you know, I'm responsible for these kids, and you know, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. And it's sad to see because I feel like this moment, even though Ashley tears my entire nerves up, it gives her some sense of humanity, and you can empathize with the situation, because who wants to be a single mother or a single father? I don't think anybody would want to actively choose that. But I want to tell Ashley, like, this is what you really signed up for. You knew who Michael was. You knew that he didn't really want kids. And I feel like with Ashley, you were trying to get to the bag, but you really didn't get to the bag. So now you have to really face the reality of being with a man that really don't want to be with you or wants you to be in this open situation in your relationship. But at the end of the day, I wish her nothing but the best. It looks like she's over here dating that boy from Winter House or Summer House, Luke. So, I mean, girl, do what you gotta do. I'm not mad at it. Have a good time and really live your life, So we see, segue over to Mia. She's opening another joint chiropractic in DC. This is her 5th region that she has basically controlled. And her title is not CEO or CFO or anything else. So she is like the regional something. So, I mean, she could be a boss. She could be all of that. But I just want her to really like use your title. What is your title? Because it's not CEO. And there's a lot of stuff going on with Mia and Gordon and his brothers. And I feel like they lost control. We haven't heard anything to say that she got control back of the joint chiropractic, because it is a family business with Gordon and his brothers. So, I mean, there's a lot of drama there. I feel like she'll probably get into it more details, because the producer even asked in the confessional, like, hey, what's going on with this? Like, how did you lose the other deal? Because one of the deals fell through. It's a very important deal, an account that they were going to open up. I don't know where, because they didn't really specify. But she was like, that was an important deal that we were going to do. It fell through, but it is what it is. We're still going to bounce back. So to open up DC, and the producer asked, like, so what happened with that? She was like, look, I don't even know. I'm not trying to get into it with lawyers. So that's where we just put a pin in it and just left it at that. So yeah, but congratulations to Mia. She's opening up a lot of businesses. Hopefully she regains control of the business that really developed her whole personality. And so yeah. So we're gonna segue to this party. Candiace has graduated with her MBA from Howard University. So congratulations to Candiace. Obtaining a second degree is hard enough. So I really admire Candiace for this. For her, like, it's like even with Megan Thee Stallion, for doing music, getting your degree, and being a symbol for a lot of Black women to not only can I chase my dreams, but I can also be educated and be successful at the same time. So I mean, they are really doing what they have to do. And for me, it's like I'm definitely thinking about obtaining my 3rd degree. Something I don't think I want to do right now, but I just want to, that's something I'm really thinking about doing. So I'm excited for that, and excited for Candiace. So congratulations, Candiace. And Miss Dot is there, and she's over here. They flashback how Miss Dot is over here. She had her ways. I wasn't per se mad at Miss Dot, because I feel like Mother Dorothy. I kept saying Dot right, but Mother Dorothy has been doing she hasn't done anything remotely to Candy's mom. So parents and kids have their own relationships. So hopefully they get through it. Chris and Candice's mom seem like they're on better terms, so that's good. But they start coming in. They're having like a little cookout back outside in the back. Everything looks really good and nice. There was a snake outside, and Miss Mama was like,
Candiace, what? I thought Giselle wasn't coming. There she is.
So she called it right. So everybody started showing up one by one, and this episode was really, well, not this episode, but this party was like, okay, let's get all the big hitters to talk and just mend this situation. So while everybody came, everybody started eating. Karen and Robin go outside, and Karen's like, okay, Robin, so when are you having your wedding?
Robin. Ray and I have a lot of free time on our hands.
Do you?
When's the wedding, Robin?
What are you doing with that? What are you doing with your wedding? Well, what can we expect with your wedding? So Robin's just like,
Ooh, the food's so hot. Uh-oh. Oh, jeez.
I'm just like, Robert, what, how hard is it to answer the question? So that's what was funny to me. I'm just like, Robin, you really is dipping and dodging these questions. And she just like, oh, we're just having a little small ceremony with just the four of us. So I'm assuming Robin, Juan, and the kids. So I'm just like, okay, everybody's looking like, right. So it's just funny because I don't get my whole thing with Robin. If you don't want to have a wedding, which is perfectly fine, you don't have to. Just go ahead and go to the courthouse and get your papers and call it a day. Elope. There's so many different things you can do without having a big wedding. I feel like she doesn't want to have a big wedding, which is why she's doing it, thank God. But it's too much to try to keep track of with Robin in this wedding. Because she got engaged back in season 5? 3 years ago. So it is what it is. So we also see, Wendy and Robin sit down and they talk. So they finally talk and Wendy's just like, hey, Robin, so
Yeah.
Coming to you twice,
Right.
so you know it's genuine.
Okay.
And I am saying to you, I'm sorry that I hurt you.
a drunk mind speaks a sober heart. And we were definitely, we spoke a lot of things. I really want to mend with you, but I just don't know where we stand. And Robin just like, well, I feel like, you have more of the issue than I do. I apologize beforehand. I did this. You just came at me and it just seemed really weird. And why do it always seem like we're always getting the commentator and the person that's like always trying to debate instead of just the cool Wendy? And Wendy just like, yeah, I accept that. I accept my role in it. Basically, Wendy apologizes and take full accountability of the situation with Robin, which I feel like she probably had to swallow her pride because we all know that Robin was on some BS. But Wendy took full accountability. Robin was like, you know what? I can accept that she took full accountability. Cool. We can be cool. I'd rather take this Wendy than that the commentator Wendy. But my whole thing with Wendy is that she wanted an apology as well. She's like, I want an apology from Robin. Robin was like, I already apologized. I just want to know, because I'm not really a big person on apologies. I just like, if you say one time, cool, I don't need to keep beating a dead horse. As long as the changed behavior, then I really don't need an apology. Just change behavior, I'm like, okay, we cool. But why do people want disingenuous apologies? They want people to apologize so bad, and it could be fake. It could be fake, and they're like, okay, well, we're good. I'm just like, why do y'all want these bad apologies so much? It's so irritating and it's frustrating because you know that it's not going to last. I.e., what Wendy said in this tweet, it's not going to last. Like, it's not going to last. They're still not cool. So, I mean, I wish them nothing but the best. But at the end of the day, Robin came to work, and when they go on this trip, Karen came to work. And yeah, they seem like it's going to be a bumpy ride for Robin for the rest of the season. So yeah. So they go inside, basically about to do their toast and ceremony, like their little toast for Candiace. And Karen and Candiace stepped to the side. Candiace was like, yes, Karen, so I want to talk to you about, you remember when Ashley said that I said that you were out in the streets? Well, the producer told me that I did say that. So I gotta eat that.
Did not remember saying it. And that's why I was vehemently denying it. My bad. I love you and Ray.
Ooh, I know you do.
I said it. I apologize. I was being messy. It's cool. We all have messy moments. So it's just like for Candiace, she probably really didn't remember. And I give her that. She didn't remember that she said that. Cool. But like I said before, Candiace, why are you trusting Ashley? You shouldn't, even though I feel like Ashley and Candiace could really dominate all these women, right? But they're not going to. They're too similar in the fact that I feel like Ashley always want to get her get back with Candiace. Candiace, every time she sees something with Ashley, she gonna point it out. They're too similar in that fact where it's just like, it's always gonna be bumping heads and they're gonna be rivals, probably to the end of time. But at the end of the day, Candiace admitted to it. Karen accepted it. She was like, you know what? I can accept someone that, can take full accountability for what they did. So we cool. I just see you. So it is what it is. But while that conversation was going, Ray and Chris also had a conversation. Ray was just like, yeah, the whole situation with Giselle, like, how's that going? And Chris was like, well, more so with Candiace, like Candiace and her are just doing better. I just want I just want Giselle to just basically hear how Candiace explained things and how she basically reacts to things. And Gray's just like, okay, that's cool and all, but I'm talking about you and Giselle because the situation is between y'all two. So Ray's just like, well, I just feel like you should just apologize to her because, you know, it's not that hard to be the bigger person. And then Chris is just like, yeah, you know, I'm not doing that. Like, there's nothing for me to apologize for. Apologize for what? And then he just basically storms out. And, you know, while Candiace is doing her toast, Chris is over here sitting outside on the porch looking evil. Chris is pissed. He's just like, apologize for what? Like, I'm not So he was just like, I'm not doing that. So that's where the episode ends. And yeah, oh, I didn't talk about Giselle and Jamal got together to celebrate for Adore and Grace's 16th birthday.
I wasn't as strong, and you guys are killing the game. So, love you guys.
So happy birthday to them. But yeah, that's the end of the episode. Tell me what you guys think. Next episode is gonna be Jacqueline on the firing squad. Her and Mia didn't think that they're gonna turn on them. But you see what happens. So y'all like, comment, subscribe, and let's get down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.